Hi there, everyone. This is Chris Wilson Slack with managerstoleaders.com. I am so excited to bring you a new video series today. We're going to be starting with a series called Invisible Walls. Invisible walls are the things that get in our way that keep us stuck. We are going to be talking about being stuck, getting stuck in different ways, and getting out of being stuck. Today, we are going to be talking about why we stay stuck. First, let's make a definition. Let's talk about what is stuck. Stuck is when you're in a situation where you are trying to move forward. Either you have a desire for growth, you have a desire for change, you need to change for whatever external reason might be out there in the world, and you just can't seem to move forward. This could be something like finding a new job, finding a new company, finding a new career. It could be finding a new community or a new place to live. It could be a restructuring of other aspects of your life, like education or family. Either way, in any of these ways, actually, you can get stuck. And all of us have experienced getting stuck. We get to a place and we need to move forward, and we just can't seem to do it. We either procrastinate or we put up things in our way to stop. We get tired. Sometimes we even get into a physical state that is fatigue and just our brains can't think. These are all the invisible walls that get in our way from moving forward. Some of them are external and some of them are internal. What I'm going to be talking about is the internal ones that get in our way. First and foremost, a lot of times, and a lot of people don't want to believe this, but it is fear that gets in our way. It's a fear of judgment, a fear of failure, sometimes a fear of success, sometimes just a fear of not being good enough. All of these fears, and we're going to talk about some of them a little bit later in the series, all of these fears create limiting beliefs. Now, what's a limiting belief? A limiting belief is a story that we tell ourselves. All of us tell ourselves stories. It's part of the way that we learn how to cope with living in the world and being in the world. But we tell ourselves stories like, I'm not qualified for that job. I'm not good enough. I am too old. I can't do X, whatever X might be. Maybe it's find a new job. Maybe it's go hiking in the mountain. It could be just about anything, but we tell ourselves these stories because of the fears. And sometimes these are very old, embedded fears and limiting beliefs that we have, so much so that we don't even realize that we're telling them to ourselves. They do come out in our words and our speech with others, but again, we're not necessarily really aware of it. So we stay stuck because we tell ourselves things like, I'm too old, I'm not good enough, I don't have the experience, I can't do whatever it is I need to do. And that becomes a perpetuating belief that we have. It's really important to remember that these are stories that we tell ourselves. They're beliefs, they are not facts. When we stay stuck, as I'm sure all of you are aware, it feels painful. It feels like you just can't do what you want to do. And again, it kind of creates a cycle of being down and being fatigued and being tiring. And it really does get tiring over a longer period of time. Sometimes we are fortunate enough to have people that may intervene for us and create some kind of intervention where we can wake up. But a lot of times it takes a long time and something for us to realize that it's happening. So the first step in getting unstuck is really recognizing where your stuck is and where it comes from, and then how to commit to move forward, or committing to move forward and move through it. So my call to action for you at the end of this video, because you know I always love to give homework, is that I want you to think about the one thing that you really want to do, but you've been putting it off. Maybe you've been procrastinating. Maybe you've been saying, it's not me, I'm not good enough, I can't do that. Pick that one thing, and I want you to write You can journal, you can do anything you want with this. Just write it down on a scrap piece of paper and keep it on your desk. But write down what it is that you're telling yourself about this. Why are you not doing it? What is the thing that is stopping you from doing it? And then I would like you to go to my website, which is managers2leaders.com. And on the front page, you'll see a download free guide button. That free guide is called What Does It Take to Get Unstuck? That is my guide, my free guide for everybody to start the process. It will get you moving forward. So download that guide and read it. And then next week in my next video, I will go through the next phase of talking about invisible walls. Until then, I also have 2 recommendations for you, 2 book recommendations. The first is Daring Greatly by Brené Brown. This is about the fear of vulnerability and the fear of failure and how getting through those fears really comes to be something positive on the other side. The second book is called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And this is a really great resource on coming the fears and limiting beliefs that are so embedded and so under the radar for us. So I recommend those 2 books. I recommend downloading What Does It Take to Get Unstuck from my site, managers2leaders.com. And I will see you in 1 week to talk about the next phase of Invisible Walls. Thanks.